Hello guys, surprise, I'm back on. So today I thought I would pop in this whole weekend. I've been trying to get every little bit of time that I could to sit down with my junk journaling supplies. You guys have probably seen I've had some haul videos coming up lately on the channel, and so I have another one coming up this week that's going to be about organizing all of the supplies I've been buying. But I have been actually getting to play around with the papers and ephemera and different things that I've been buying. And so I thought today, since I wanted to play around with more of working on my journals, I would just hang out with you guys while I did that. And so that's really why I came on live today. So I see Nami is here. Hi, Nami. Maybe I'll inspire you to make a junk journal. That's right, exactly. So I'll probably do a little bit of a haul, and then we'll kind of get started and mess around with some junk journals, and I'll explain what a junk journal is and all that fun stuff. So if you're here, please go ahead and say hi in the chat. This is really just going to be a hangout, interactive sort of junk journaling, crafting session. If you've got your crochet stuff, please feel free to work on that. We're just going to be hanging out and chit-chatting here. Hi, Beth. How are you? How's it going? So this weekend at our convention center, they had the Northwest, the largest Northwest vintage and garage sale event that they do at our convention center. It's huge. They do it, I believe it's twice a year. It's like the fall and then the springtime. So I went there with my dad, and we went and we sifted through and I did pick up a few things. So I basically was looking for those little golden books. Do you guys remember those, having those around as a kid? The two that I already had that I could find, I was this little red caboose, and then I had this one that we must have bought, to read to our son or something. So I can turn those into junk journals eventually. But I was looking for a few specific ones, and I'm also on the hunt still for the minis. I don't know if you guys ever remember those. They had little 3x3 tiny golden books, and I looked and looked. Not a single person had them. So, but a lot of people had the regular golden books. So they were about $2 a piece, which I think is a pretty good steal. So I got some that I'd never heard of but looked fun. I got the color kittens. I got three little kittens. This was one that I really wanted because I was a big fan of Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, and I love that little Black Rain Cloud song that he would sing. This is another one that I was looking for, the Alice in Wonderland meets the White Rabbit. So that one's going to be lots of fun. And then I got a couple of Mickey Mouse ones. This one's Mickey Mouse Picnic. And then I got Mickey's Christmas Carol, which was always a classic in the house. So I thought those would be fun to mess around with, And then because I'm buying them secondhand, and a lot of times the spines aren't great anyways, I don't feel too bad about turning them into junk journals. And the nice thing about that is that you do actually keep the story. So you keep the pages inside of the junk journal, so you can still read the book. You're just adding additional pages and things to it to enhance it, and then be able to be more creative with it that way. So I think they did, Beth. I do think that they did. I remember having like a Little Red Riding Hood one back when I was a kid. And, I don't know that I might make them into a junk journal, but I kind of just want to have some as nostalgic memories and stuff, especially that I just remember the Little Red Riding Hood one in particular. But I saw that they've made a whole bunch of them into these little tiny 3x3 golden books, and they're super cute. So I want to get those, but I'll just keep my eyes out. So if you guys ever see them, let me know. But there was another gal who apparently is very into creative memories, and she was selling stamps. And if you've ever been to Joann's or Michael's lately, you'll know that they are getting very expensive stamps. So you buy one and it's quite a few dollars. And she was selling them. You had to sift through but she had tons of stamps, and I bought over 25 stamps, and she gave them to me for $4. So you can't beat that, right? Like, how cool. And they had just tons of different things, little teapots, windows, little distressing ones. I got a lot of little ones in here as well. So if you guys are interested, I can show you, but I'm excited to play around with the stamps as well, because those are just fun little things you can mess around with when you're journaling. Yeah, you keep the pages, Beth. It's lovely. Yeah, you actually kind of disassemble the golden books. They have 3 staples that you remove them from the staples. And then they're in little, they call them signatures, where the pages are folded and you have multiple sets. So each one is called a signature. And so, yeah, they have 3 signatures in each one. And so you have to make sure you keep them in order, you know, so you could still read it properly. But I just love the fact that you still get to keep the book, but you get to kind of give it a new life. And that's something that's really exciting, I think, about junk journaling, you know. You get to take some different things, like people are making them out of junk mail, envelopes, I mean, you'll laugh and when you find out what I made this little tiny one out of, and I do plan to do a tutorial because I think it's going to be fun. So I'm going to do like a top down as well, so you can kind of see both things that we're doing here. Maybe I can make myself, no, that's not what I want. I never figure out this picture in a picture, you guys, and I do apologize. There we go. How's that? Hi, Vivian. How are you today? Oh, yeah. So I was just sharing kind of a couple things I got at the giant Northwest garage vintage sale this weekend. So I've been playing with journals, and I'm going to kind of show you what I've been doing lately. And that way you kind of know where I'm at with the whole journaling thing, right? So basically, I do have a video coming where I show you how I organized everything. But one of the things I had shared with you guys before, where's my camera? There it is. Okay, is that I got these from the Dollar Tree, these cool little frames, and they're just thin wood, you know, but I distressed one of them. And so you can kind of see what it can become. And I did this with, I had one of these Sharpie paint pens, and I had a gold one. And whenever I would push the nib of it down, it would just splurt out paint, like a big chunk of paint. And I thought, oh my gosh, what the heck am I going to do with that? So since it was already doing that, I just kept going with it, and I took paper and I smeared it. And so anywhere that there was not that gold paint, I took my Distress Oxide that I have, and this one's Vintage Photo, and my little, yeah, where's my thing? Sorry, guys. Here you go. I took this and that, right? And I just rubbed it onto those areas that it didn't touch. And you get this like cool looking little vintage frame, which can be really cool to do on, I would think, a cover. That would be what I'd do it for. So I put together this junk journal, you guys, obviously, with being bees is my favorite thing in the world, right? So I'll kind of show you what I did, but I'm thinking I want to do something perhaps on the cover here that can frame something fun, you know, and this will all be glued down, so it'll be nice and secure there. But you'll notice, oh my God, you guys, I was trying to figure out how I could zoom out on my camera, but it's not going to work. So I got this cute little charm from Temu that is a bee, and then I got these from Amazon, and so these are awesome. This is what you can hang your little fun jangles from along the edge. And I used this gold thread that I had that I didn't think I'd ever find a use for, so I used that to bind it. And then I bought a roll of ribbon that's this kind of gold tone, and it's really pretty. And I just glued that down. So these were originally 12 by 12 pages, and so this was one piece of paper. I followed a tutorial online, and I folded it and made the cover. And then I realized it was very flimsy, and I was worried about that. So I ended up lining it, but of course I'd already done the gluing. So I did line it, but you'll notice that I had to cut around the pocket here. but this pocket will hold things, and then it gives it that extra paper, a bit of stability. So hopefully, you know, it is a paper journal, but hopefully that will just give it a little bit more stability. And these were extra little ones that I made, you guys, and distressed them with my daughter. We had fun like messing around with the distress oxides. So these are just blank pages at this point. And this could be tucked in to the journal. So if you want an extra area to write in or whatever, we can add to that and make it pretty. You know, it's not going to stay like the blank pages. But yeah, so I had fun bee papers that I bought. There were 12 by 12s. Some of them double-sided. I just used construction paper. I had bought this paper that's pretty thin, but it looks kind of like what you'd parchment or whatever. You can use music sheets. This is a ABBA song, actually, that I had printed out when I was really getting into the piano. I printed out this ABBA song, and so I was like, ooh, I could use that. So I got cardstock, so I had natural type papers. There's the Winner Takes It All. Any ABBA fans out there? But yeah, so I got some black paper. That'll be fun to do. I would think gel pens, or you could do those Sharpie metallic pens on there. And again, these have not been distressed. I have not done any tearing, any folding, nothing. This is just the paper that I just kind of wanted to show you guys how they can start, and then you go from there. So that was one signature, and then this is the second signature here. So again, I found some stationery, more black paper. This was one from Dollar Tree. It's kind of got a gold shimmer to it, you know, and then just some white paper, some different colors, and then another pocket on the back. So this was my first one that I've put together. I haven't done anything with it. I just wanted to start messing around with the junk journaling, since again, this is totally new for me. But I'm excited with how it's turning out. And it's actually got my daughter getting excited too. She's like, Mom, can I help you distress them? And so she's coming over there with the stamp and stuff. And yeah, so that one was fun. And then from that, I didn't end up needing these papers, and so I just made additional little mini ones that can be utilized. Little pocket here. More of this is what it looks like when it's distressed. And you can do distressing with that distress oxide, or you can also coffee dye them, you know, just getting some of that instant coffee with some warm water in a bath and dipping the paper that way, drying it off. You can crumple paper, then dip it, then dry it, and then it just gives it more texture. So there's like so much stuff you can do with the different pages that you're using, which I think is fun. And a lot of times what people will do is they'll actually tear along the edges, get like a metal ruler or something, and then they'll tear the edges and gives it that nice rough texture around the outside. So these are just fun little insert journals, little mini journals. I'm just going to go through my little one. So I love little things, you guys. I don't know about you guys, but this was one that they made. I saw a tutorial for it online, and I made it tiny. So they made a much bigger one, but this has lots of little tuck spaces. I'm going to glue this on here. I just have to figure out how I want to clasp it there, but it'll be an open one, so you can have some space inside to journal or do whatever with, you know. This is going to be for tying it around if you want to keep it closed. But this one has tons of pockets. So every little spot here has a pocket. Here's more pockets. This is a pocket in here. So depending on how you want to use it, you can just go to town with adding ephemera. Here's another pocket. You know, you could glue on if this one is blank, so you can just journal on the back here. But if there is something on the other side and you want to use it as a journaling spot, you can always glue some lined paper on the back, or another sheet of just like cream toned paper, and then you could do something on there. So there's another little tuck. It's got a bee in there. Again, I did some washi tape as well, and every little space here has some tucks. I did this one, which I thought it reminded me of You know, when you used, they did this a long time ago where you would buy, say, some lavender or some flowers, and they'd wrap it in paper. So I used this as a little paper wrap. There's a pocket down here for the flowers and then journaling space on either side. And then that can tuck just right like that. So I thought that was cute. And I thought this could be a super cute ornament, you guys. Okay, so my thought is that you could make one for every year, right? So you could make, the year would be something on the front. So say it's 2024, so you'll highlight that on the front. And then inside, if there's certain memories that you want to remember, you know, for years to come, then you can go ahead and do little tucks, whether it's a quote or whether it was your child rode the bike the first time, or, you know, anything like that. And just put those keepsakes in this little place. And then every year when you take them out to decorate your Christmas tree, you can kind of just go through and do some remembering, right? And just be like, oh, that's right. That's what happened that year, you know? They just kind of remind me of the flying books, you know, in Harry Potter. But anyway, so you could either hang them like that, or you can wrap them up, and then you would create like a little hook or something that you could hang them up from on your Christmas tree. So that could be another tutorial. Let me know if you guys would be interested in having me teach you how to do that. But yeah, I thought that would be really fun. Hi, Rita. Right? Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy because I love little things. It's so much fun. My mom was saying, she's like, I couldn't even work in something that tiny. And I'm like, I know, but it's just fun. It's just fun to play around with little things. So I did that one. Now this is the one I worked on this weekend, and I'm super happy with how it's turning out. So this was extra bee paper that I had, and I did a little pocket on the front, and you can pull these out. So there's a little bee tucked in as just something fun add in. This says museum specimen. So this would be a little journaling card that you could add something on. And I have him face down, so his little booty is hanging out there in the air. And then as you open it, there's 2 signatures inside. And then I've got all these different fun, some of them I've created little pockets that I may just need to do a little gluing on the edges, but I've already put them in. This was a doily that gives it a nice edge, and I can also glue that down. That'll create a pocket right there. More little pocket options here. So just some really fun papers that I had, and a lot of these papers actually came from Temu, you guys. So you can buy paper. A lot of them are they're mostly one-sided, so you can distress the other side. But yeah, as I was going, I was just envisioning, okay, like that would be really cute as a pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down that side and this side and create that little pocket space. So this is kind of what I'm going to be messing around with today. This quote I liked. This was on one of the pages, so I kept that in the middle so I could read the quote. And then more little flaps that just need to be glued. And then there's the back. And we could do more on the cover too. I mean, just lots of fun things you can do, right? But let me let you in on, what do you guys think that I used to create the outside of this? Envision that it's Halloween, right? It's Halloween time. So what might I have on hand that I saw and was like, oh my gosh, I could make that into a journal. This will tell you what I'm going to make a video on, because there's a lot that we have to get through of these. But let me know what you think it is. I'll let you know what it is, but I'm going to show you one more, and then tell me what your guesses are. Something that's this size. Hi, Penny. Yeah, with a mini picture added to it. Very true, Penny. Yes. Yeah, I will do some tutorials, you guys. So this is, I'm Frizzy Bee Crochet. I'm a crocheter. I do amigurumi. So if you're new, I decided I wanted to also add in some fun crafting as well, because I'm also just like enjoying crafts and stuff, and junk journaling has gotten my attention. And so I've been buying lots of things. And so, yeah, I want to take you guys along for the ride. I want to show you what I learn and what we can do with things as we, you know, play around with paper and all that jazz. And then I made this little tiny one, you guys. This was actually one, so you can make a little notebook out of one sheet of paper. This is one sheet that you have to cut and fold in a certain way to create a little journal. So that's what I did. And it's just got a few pages and a few little tuck areas that you could stick something. I made little, there's little tuck spaces right in here on both sides as well. But look how tiny that is. It's like, how small can I make a journal? Let's see. So anyway, this is the littlest one I've made so far, but this could be one that you could tuck into a pocket, you know. It's just something fun because it's so small. So anyway, so I got those, and yeah, I'm excited. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to work in this little one today. I have my bits and bobs around me. And I'm glad you like the tiny one, Nami. Yeah, I got my bits and bobs around me, so I'm going to kind of mess around with what I have, and I'll start making these little pockets as well, and then we can go through the ephemera and see what we might want to add to it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's all the stuff you can use. Is what's fun about it, you know, and it always has me thinking, like, what, oh, could I use that? Oh, could I use that? You know? And so I've started to save things. Like, I got this little toy and it came with some really cute, here it is, really cute packaging, you know? And so I started saving those because I thought, well, if I did a vibrant one, that would be really fun to have in there. Like, for example, if I do the Alice in Wonderland one, might be kind of fun. It'd be nice and vibrant. You know, although with that one, I kind of want to keep it themed. So anyway, we'll probably do that. But I'm just creating a space here so that I don't get glue all over my desk. So that's what I'm just putting this little notepad here. Of course, when I was looking for my self-healing mat, I can't find it. So this is what we're going to work with today. But you guys have a hot beverage or something you're working on? But I will let you know. So this is actually a Nerds box, you guys. I saw my son had eaten the Nerds and the little box was just sitting there, and I was like, that would be a cute journal. And sure enough, I am in love with this size. I can envision a whole bookcase of different Nerds box little mini journals, you know, and different themes and such. So this one obviously continuing the bee theme, but I will be doing other ones as well with different themes. So yeah, that's what this is. So I think I want to add a pocket here. So I'm going to find something in my stash that we can use. So I have lots of different papers. These are all papers you can get at Temu. These are all one-sided, but if you're doing a pocket, that's fine. So if I just figure out which one kind of goes with it or looks good with it, then we'll go with that. I also saved, so anytime you're cutting up your giant pages of paper, you should save the little bits because you can use those, you guys. Like, there's no reason to recycle these. These are perfect to save and then continue using them. You can make additional pages with them, you know. So these, especially if you're doing minis like I'm doing, there's no need to get rid of them. So I'm thinking of bringing some of the cover art into the inside here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me cut my scissors here. All right, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it for size because I can always trim it down. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do actually that would be fun is to kind of go out and around this little bee here. maybe have it swoop up like that. So we're making an interesting looking pocket, right? And that way it's just something a little different. So we'll put it in like that. And then we need to glue just the bottom and the left side here. You don't want to glue obviously the whole thing, or you're not going to have a pocket. You're just going to have a sticker. So this is craft glue I got at Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store. And this is kind of what I've been using. Is I have PVA glue, which you can mix with water. PVA glue is what they use to do binding of books. I have it somewhere, but it's another one of those things that's hiding really well right now. So till I find it, I'm just using that regular craft glue to work in these junk journals. And you are going to get glue on your hands. That's just part of it. But these kind of things too, when you're adding them to the cover, just give it more stability. But the Nerds box worked really well. It's super sturdy, you guys. I really like how that came out. Okay, so there's a pocket, and just to kind of show you that you can tuck something inside of there, like so. You could make a little mini notebook in there, or, you know, tuck in some ephemera, tuck in some little journaling bits. They have lots of little tags in this kit that I have, or what I bought from Temu. Temu's great. I love Temu. All right, so I want to put something here. So let's see. What do I want to put on there, you guys? Let's do, I know, I have an idea. Okay, I'm going to try tearing it because I haven't done that yet. So I'm just going to tear the paper to give it that rustic edge. How long do I need? Let's see. Okay. Can you guys tell what I'm going to make? I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, so get my glue out. I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom, a little bit on the top, kind of smearing it out as I go. And what I'm making is called a belly band. So this is another tuck space that goes from left to right or right to left. So you can tuck something in this direction. This is too big, but you could tuck something in that direction. Like so. So this is just another little tuck space. Kind of the nice thing too, let me see if I can find one. So I'm making addition, I made this, I liked the quote. And you can open these up to do some journaling on. You can add little pockets inside. They're like little, almost like little brochures. And you can tuck those underneath. Right? And then you can have little tabs hanging out, which I think is a really cute idea as well. People make tags out of fabric. They make tags out of paper, lace, I've seen. So you can do that, and then it has all the different things coming out, which is really, really fun. But anyway, so that's just a little belly band. Just making sure that it's dried in there. Okay. And I kind of like that it has that little extra that comes out the top. Well, hello, Granny D. I know, I've heard you mention Temu before, Granny D. I know, I love me some Temu. I resisted for a while, but then I decided one Christmas, I'm like, oh my gosh, you can get so much of this stuff for pretty inexpensive. And it just, you know, Christmas is so expensive, so I put way too much glue there, so hang on. That's also what these little pages are good for, is you can kind of scoop out the glue if you put too much. Okay, this was just a little fold up page that I did. So I just took the page, folded it up, and then I put the spine, you know, the signature in. So the center is held, but the outside edge just needed a little glue. And since it's folded, the bottom is already together, so you don't have to worry about that. So now that's its own little tuck space right there. That's too big. I need, like, especially since I'm doing these tiny ones, I need these tiny, tiny ephemera, things that I can put in there that aren't going to take up too much space. Here's one. They got these little like medallions and things. So see, you can put a little something in there, and then that can come out and you can little journal on the back there. Okay. I've got little stamps too. So if you guys save stamps because you like the look of it when you got your package, tuck a little stamp in there and then use the back to write on as well. So let's see here. Trying to think of what I want to do on this. You can use washi tapes. I got some washi tapes at Daiso too, which I thought were really pretty. Aren't those cute? So I got washi tapes. You can do stickers. Got lots of stickers. I even got, this was from Temu too, you guys. I found this. I'm like, oh, what is this? Let me just show you. They're little cards, journaling cards. So these would be really cute too. And it's a whole box of them. They're just tons of little, some of them have little poems on them. And I thought those were really cute. So this is other options as you're looking around. So I am going to go ahead and glue this one down because this is also meant to be a pocket. And one thing I did not do on these ones, but I do plan to do, is sewing. You can actually use your sewing machine to make your pockets as well. So if you guys have a sewing machine handy, then that is a very good way to stitch down your pockets. There we go. That one had a little bee on there too, you guys. That's why I grabbed it. I was like, oh, there's a little bee. I was so excited. And I got to use it. Now it's a little pocket. I'm going to do that on this side. Or I could make it a little journaling space. I don't know. Here's another thing you can do. All right, I'm going to fold down this side. Okay. And now I'm going to make it into a pocket. So see how that looks? So now it's a pocket space, but you get that nice visual angled edge. So it's a little different than the one we just did. And for this one, I just really need to get on that bottom, that little bottom space. There we go. Okay, see? So there's a pocket there and a pocket there as well. So just like that. Little journal space. This one I liked because it already had a little journal space. So if I have a cute sticker or something that could go maybe at the corner, that might be nice. Let me see if I've got anything handy here. I got some more stickers at Daiso, you guys. I got these mood stickers, good mood stickers that kind of were the nice vintagey tone that I wanted. Hang on, let me just cap that off. Another one, but it was cute. It had some little sayings, so maybe I'll use one of these little guys. I like those. Well, maybe I'll use one of those. I got these shiny papers because I got a little thing that helps you make envelopes. So I'm going to use those for some little baby envelopes. And then some washies that had some gold foil. We got little strawberries. More vintage type die cut ones. And then these ones, this is a bread themed one and this is a coffee themed one because you know I love my coffee. Hi, Gypsy. You're not late. You're fine. We're just hanging out. I'm showing off stuff I've been playing that it's not going to be in a video. This is the video, you guys. So you're getting a little sneak peek of additional things I've been playing. I keep saying, I'm not going to buy anything else. And then that goes out the window. So, okay, I want to show you though, since I haven't done this yet, I'm going to show you what it looks like to distress something. If you're new to this, then I will show you. So you just get these little stampers, and this is Distress Oxide. Ranger's the brand. Vintage Photo is this color that I got, and you just like rub it along the edge right here. See that? Let's see. You see that? It makes it look weathered, so it gets that old school look, like an old photograph. I think it's really pretty. I love when people do the distressing, you know, and a lot of these are already distressed looking from being from Temu like that, but you know, you can always distress it more. This is the little doily type one that I got here. So the doily is distressed and looks like it's got coffee on there, but the back isn't. So we just run this along. Probably would have been easier to do before I connected the two, but that's okay. That's all right. See? It just looks better. I don't know. Some people might not be into that. You might not be into the whole distressing thing, but the distressing oxides come in lots of different colors too. I've got it in a reddish tone, and I've got it also in a bluish tone as well. But you just kind of run it along the edge there. Time for coffee. Granny D's grabbing herself a coffee. Good job. I'm still working on my, I got a peppermint mocha from Dutch Brothers, a hot one, but it's a candy cane one. It's their new one that they're doing. So for the holiday, I think it was the day after I got the notification. It was like, we're doing our holiday things now. Like, wow. They don't let no resting time. It's like, and we're on to the next holiday, you know. Have you guys decorated already for Christmas? My neighbor across the way has, I kid you not, it is probably an 8-foot Santa Claus, giant statue, and it's already out. I'm just like, wow. So Santa's going to be hanging out with us now and through Thanksgiving into Christmas. I'm like, ugh, really? Like, I love decorating for the holidays, don't get me wrong, but it is a little bit early for a 7-foot Santa, in my opinion. But what do I know? Oh my goodness. So I'm just going through, you guys, doing a little distressing here. Like this one could be distressed. Just so that the front and the back kind of match, you know. So I just think it looks really cool. It's like a treasure. They call them, another thing is treasure books. I actually bought a book that's called Treasure Books by another gal who does junk journaling. So it's coming out really cute. Yay. Oh, here's one that I wanted to do a pocket on. All right, let's cover that up. Now I'll do this. So what's everybody sipping on? What are you working on? I am curious. Let me know. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side. And then we'll push them down, and that gives us a little pocket on the back side of the doily here. Just like that. See? There's the front, there's the back. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm basically creating spaces to journal on and spaces to tuck journaling cards into. So this is part of the building process of a journal. You first build the journal, and then you can build the little bits, you know, the little areas to journal on, go inside as well. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. See? This is playing with paper. As you play, you get struck with ideas, and so you need to see those through here. I'm just looking through my stash of ephemera. I love these little die-cut flowers too. They're so pretty. It's like, do I have a pocket? I guess I could put it up on this one too. See that? Isn't that cute? Although the back then is visible. If you plop it around like that, then you can see the back from the front, which is also really cute, I think. Okay, let's see here. Maybe what I'll do, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Okay, so I am going to tear just to try to get that nice rough edge there. Tear that little bit off there. Okay. Can you tell what I'm going to make, you guys? Okay. Get myself some glue. Spread it around so I don't have any goopy bits or giant clumps of glue. Here we go. Let's see which one here. I'm going to do it on this one. All right. Sorry if you hear my husband in there sneezing. All right, so I'm creating a little tag that will stick out. Make it stick out a little bit more there. There we go. So there's a little tag. So that's one way to make a tag. You can also staple them, although this is awfully tiny, so I don't know that I'd want to staple it unless you have a really mini stapler maybe. But that creates just this little tag so that you can see it from the outside, and you can have several little tags, whether they're fabric tags or paper tags. You know, there's different ways to do it. See, isn't that cute? I thought that looked, it's like a little stamp. So I thought, ooh, let's highlight that. You know, some of them you might just want to keep as they are and just journal on that. You don't have to add a pocket to everything. Just gonna distress this a little bit, like so. Okay, let's see how the back side looks. Good. Ooh, there's the doily. I just love that. They come like this, you guys. I'll show you what it looked like, and then I messed around with it. So this is what you get from Temu. So it's already cut, pretty doily. And one doily probably made like 2 sheets, right? Because I would take them, cut them down, fold them into the paper, and then trim away the excess along the edge. So you're just getting that little die cut edge there, and then just a part of it to journal on. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. But I'm just gonna distress the back side here since the front side looks so pretty. That's like the only thing, but I mean, you pay so little when you buy things on Temu, you guys. Like, we can't really complain about it, but it would be nice if they were double-sided, I'm just saying. So another thing we can do, let's see what's, oh no, I don't want to do it on that one because I like how that one looks like that. Okay, let me see. I could do it on this one. First, let me distress a little bit. Boop. Okay, there we go. So you can fold them. You can fold them inward like so. So I'm just going to do a little fold here and create a little pocket like that. And it also just creates some visual interest as well. Hi, Arts and Anthropods. How's it going? I'm playing with paper today. I do have Instagram. Yes, Frizzy Bee Crochet is my Instagram. I need to be on there more. I'm not. I struggle with having enough energy to try to keep up with all the social media stuff. It's just so much. I don't know if you guys experience that too, but I get burnt out if I'm having to try to keep track of too many platforms. But yeah, I think especially now that I'm going to be doing these junk journals too. I think having more on Instagram will be good because I can do some flip throughs and such. So there you go. There's like a little tiny pocket space, little hidden space there. All right, let me see. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this, you guys. Let me know if you have any ideas. I could make a little pocket and then have this as a one that just sticks in there to take out. So that might be a good thing to do. So this would be, which paper do we want to use? Let's find out. What do you think? Stripes? Is that an interesting look? I kind of like that there's that little divot. What do you think? Should we use this one as a little pocket and then this guy can tuck in like that? That might be a cute idea. I don't know. What do you guys think? I could do that one. I've got beehives. Oh, for your pattern then. You need testers? Yeah, I can always help you with that. I can always help. All right, let's cut this down and see what happens. All right, here we go. We're gonna cut it down. Let me see how far over I need. I wonder if it'll align perfectly. Oh, it does. It aligns perfectly with that blue stripe. Sweetness. Okay, now which one was it again? Okay, I got it. So I have to flip it around and then, here we go. Okay. Did I do that? Perfect. Sweet. All right, let's glue it down. Yeah, I could totally test. I was trying to get in, oh my gosh, there's this person that makes these adorable little snails. They're like, she makes, it's basically the same snail pattern, I think, except for the shell is what changes. Oh my God, I wanted to do, I wanted to be a tester because she's got holiday ones coming up and the shells are like, you know, a hot chocolate was one. There was a Christmas tree, a holiday bulb present. It was so funny. They were so cute. And they have names like I think it was the Christmas tree one that my friend of mine tested for her. His name is Timbert. And at first I was like, Timbert? I don't understand. Like, where's that coming from? And then I realized, oh, timber, like, you know, a log, a Christmas tree. It all made sense. Oh no, the glue. That's okay. It's just going to make it more rustic. It stuck to my finger, the little bit of paper there. But that's okay. Okay, let's see if I did that well. I might have glued that too much, but we can kind of mess with it now that the glue's not really fully dry. Okay, just make sure it's nicely glued there in the middle. There we go. Isn't that cute? I like that. All right, cool beans. Could stick a little piece of ephemera in there. Could get you a little mushroom. That'd be cute. What do you think? Then you could journal on the back. I don't know. Oh, look, that actually looks really good, you guys. Look at the little mushroom cap kind of pops up above. Maybe I should just use that. Now it's got me thinking. All right, I'm just gonna distress this a little bit since I messed up that one spot, and I think that'll kind of hide it a little bit. I think that'll look nice. Yeah, I like that. I just have so much fun with this, you guys. I just think it's fun. It's relaxing too. I have so much stuff outside and around me that you're not seeing on camera. It's like, I don't want to have to go looking for anything, so I'm literally surrounded by all my stuff. Isn't that cute? Temu, I'm telling you. A lot of this stuff came from Temu. What word do you not use? Oh, darling? So darling. No, I think that's a good word. I like that. No, you know what? Oops, I think I glued that accidentally. But I'm thinking, actually, I could create a little hidden tuck spot right there. That might be kind of interesting. That I could tuck something like this into, you know? Like that. And then it could come out. So all I would have to do, or you could go even sideways with it if you really wanted to, but yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because there's nothing really on the other side. You know? So I think if I just glue the bottom, then that'll be a good spot. Actually have so much glue on the tip here that I don't think I need to squeeze any more out. Here we go. All right. So sometimes when you're doing these and you get paper, some papers are really thin. So sometimes doing stuff like this just gives it a little more stability as well. Yeah, see? It's like a little hidden space right there. Let's see. Put a little piece of ephemera in there. Oh, you like mushrooms too, Granny D? Squirrels and mushrooms. Nice. Look at that pretty. I love these flowers. Look at that. I'm blanking on the name right now. What are they called? Hibiscus? No, not hibiscus. What are these called, you guys? Oh my God. I can never come up with the name, and it's like one of my favorite flowers. Ugh. That's how my brain, it's because I'm 40 now. That's how my brain goes. But see, it looks so cute, right? You can have little bits of things hanging out like that. Like, look how gorgeous that is. I just think it's so pretty. You know, that if it is a little bit big, I mean, I probably would have preferred it to be slightly smaller, but I don't know. I think it actually looks quite cute poking out like that. The only thing with this one is, though, is that this is really, there's like a fold right there, like it got bent. So I'm kind of worried it's going to get decapitated at some point. So this actually might be a better one to use as a collage sort of thing. You know, I think I probably will do that on that one just because of it being so, fragile. Ooh, I have my bee. Would that go in there well? Let's see. I'm just trying different things, you guys. Let's see if the bee looks cute or not. It might not. Oh my God, it's like he got squashed in the book, you guys. That's horrible. Oh, that's terrible. I don't know if I could do that to him. He just looks like he's been squashed. Poor little guy. I think it's better to do like a flower, because then at least you could do, you know, it's like a pressed flower. Then that makes a little bit of sense. It's squashed in the book. Oh my gosh. The things that amuse me. Apologies if it's not funny to anybody but me. You know, these are fun little tags too. These, see, there you go, Granny D. There's mushrooms on there too. But these are little tags. You can put little, you know, strings and decorative things hanging off of them if you want to. Oh, here's another pretty flower. It's kind of big though, but hey, that's okay. All right, where did I put that little one? Let's find out. I think it's right over here. Yeah. See, and I'm facing them forward because I love the fact that you can see them from the front. So that's why I'm doing that, so that I'll have different things. So this could be some little neat natural elements. Granny D, I need to get some mushrooms that are taller so you can see them. I know, right? It's like, I don't know. I don't want him to feel like he's smushed in the book, but... All right, let me see. What do we have here? So if I did... I'm just trying to figure out a use for this one. I have other things, though. Let me see what I've got. That could be cute. Let's see. Like it needs something. Oh, that could be cute. Use that as a little pocket down there. Another option would be, I have little bits of the doily still. Maybe create an upper pocket, an upper tuck pocket right there. That might be kind of cute. What do you guys think? Do we do an upper pocket or a lower pocket, or go crazy and do both? So then you have 2 tuck spaces. What do you think? Do we do both, or maybe one or the other? Guys want to weigh in? Let me know what you think. I have so much fun paper I'm playing around with. I love it. All right, let's see. If there's no opinions, then I'm going to just start with this corner one and we'll go from there. But yeah, I bought a bunch of fabrics and things too, so I can do fabric covers as well. So that's another option. I've got a really fun, I'd like to do a coffee themed one, and I have a really fun coffee fabric that I could use. All right, I'm just gonna bring it to the edge like so. There we go. You like it with both, Granny D? Okay. All right, let's just make sure this pocket is functioning. Should be, there we go. Yep. So see, it's a little pocket, little tuck space. All right, and then you can do the bottom as well. And actually, let's see what's on the other side. I have an idea. Yeah. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, this is actually 2 piece, it's a folded in half. So I'm going to have it cupping the bottom here, and it's gonna do a few things. It's gonna create a little tab on one side. Hi Ashley, how's it going? And it's gonna create pockets on either side as well. So this kind of gives me multiple things that it's doing for me. So I think that'll look really nice. Okay. So for that, I need to glue the sides. Just the sides, really, because we want those both to be tuck spaces for journaling cards and such. All right, where were we? Here we are. You do have to have fingers that can manage small things when you are doing tiny, tiny journals like this, you guys. All right, so let's tuck this up, make sure it's hitting the edge, and then we're just gonna let the glue come out where it needs to. And then we will make sure the glue is setting there in the middle. Make sure it's glued down on both sides. There we go. Look at that. Cute. So we got a little tab so you can see it. You can see the little tab there. And then we've got multiple tuck spaces here. Let's see. Okay. This is a teeny piece of paper that I just folded in half, so that could be just a little journaling card. So that can tuck in. And then, what else do I have that's tiny? My mind is having ideas, so bear with as I think them through here. Let's see here. I'm just looking through all of my bits that I've got left over. Hi, Froggy. How's it going? And hello, Karen. Glad you could join. I know this is very impromptu, you guys, so I do apologize. I literally was just like, you know what? I want to play with my paper some more. So I am going to just do a pop-up live, and we'll see if anybody comes in. So I'm happy to see you guys are joining. That makes me very happy. So this is just the distress ink. I have a little bit still on here, so I'm just distressing the edges where I've torn the paper. And then I'll show you what I'm doing here. Okay. Yes, I'm doing very well. I'm excited that people are hanging out with me. That's the best part. Okay. Let me just think out loud here. Deciding on if I want to actually glue this together, and then you would then journal on the outside, or I can also, let's see, I can also, yeah, so I can glue that. I could even put some additional white space, although I think just having that would be fine. So you could write like little quotes on there, or having it so that you can open it up and then journal on the little paper inside. So that's kind of where I'm at. I know, it's so teeny tiny. I know, it's actually, I made it, you guys. If you're just tuning in, I made this out of a Nerds box. And I'm going to have a tutorial so you guys can make one too. With all the Halloween candy, I just got the idea because my son must have eaten the Nerds. And then, of course, as children do, they leave the box just sitting there. Not that there's not a trash can 2 feet away. But that gave me the idea. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I love little things. So, I was excited when I made the bigger one that I showed you guys. And if you missed it, just do a quick little... I made this bee one, you guys, with my little bee charm on the edge. And I haven't done anything with the paper yet. It's just literally the paper has been sewn in, and I did a little booklet there. So this is another journal that we can play with another time. But yeah, it was just like, oh my gosh, little things. Hi, Thanda. Okay, so I'm not the only one that loves little things. I'm glad to hear that. I adore little things. You guys, if you were in this room right now, I have so many little knickknacks everywhere. It just makes me so happy, you know. And I bought, like I showed you guys before, I bought those scissors. Where am I? Here we are. I bought these little tiny scissors. I don't know if I'm ever going to really use them. They do work though. It was just like to have them because it's so cute, you know. Oh, is it a problem? Maybe. You need a magnifying glass for your eyes. Yeah, it's kind of what my mom said when she saw this. She was like, wow, that's small. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's really small. So this is definitely, the smaller ones are for if, you know, you visually can see to do them. And if your fingers are, mine are not as good as they used to be. I'll tell you that right now. Like I have a hard time opening things and stuff now that I'm 40. No. But I don't know. I think doing the bigger ones would be good for you, Karen. You throw your Nerds box in the recycling instead of the garbage. Yeah, well, you know, it's paper. Or you can make a little journal out of it like this. So you've got options. So anyway, okay. So let's figure out what we're doing here. I just wanted to figure out, I'm going to move this guy up into this little tuck space that we just made. Like so. And this one, your brother used to do miniatures, Karen? Oh, cool. So this one can go here like that. What do you guys think? Should we glue it and kind of make it like a bookmark almost? Or should I just leave it unglued so you can open it up and then journal on the inside? This is cool. I'm glad that you guys could join me. So it just looks like that. Another thing too, actually, to make it more interesting, I have this, which is, it's a tool that pokes smaller holes than a hole punch. You can use these, like I've used these to make the little backing cards if you're making earrings and you want to set the earrings through. You can do that, but it just makes a much smaller hole than the hole punches. See? It's just a tiny little hole. All right, Karen votes for unglued. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Karen. Much appreciated. All right. I am going to do something here. If I can find a good color. Let's see. I have all this thread, you guys. I know I have pink in there. It's way at the bottom because that's how things go usually, right? Way at the bottom where it's hard to reach. Okay. So, give me a moment. Let me see. I would just poke it through, but I don't think I could do it. Here we go. There we go. Da, da, da. Just making something fun to stick out the top, but I have to get my fingers to work properly, which is not always the easiest, right? They do one more knot just to make sure that we don't come undone here. Okay. You can kind of untwirl them to make sure all the little threads come undone if you want to, however you want it to look. You can twist them together. And then you can tuck it. So now it's going to have, the top is going to have a little marking, so you can always just kind of do one of these that goes on either side. And then you open it like so, and then there's that little journaling space that we can now tuck into our little pocket. And see the little thread, it just adds a little visual interest that sticks out as well. So if you had multiple things, you could have some lace bits too. So it's just little textures, right? Just makes it visually interesting. That's the same with the tags, having the little floral bits that are sticking out there to add some visual interest as well. We've got another pocket here. I'm looking for a tall and skinny mushroom for Granny D. Let's see if I have one here. I've got lots of mushrooms, but do I have a tall, skinny one? That's a question. Oh, Granny D, I do. Let's see. Let me see if it fits, though. Hang on, I don't want you to get too excited. Kind of fits. Kind of fits. Look at that. What do you think? We're making like a little woodland sort of thing, right? It's kind of fitting in there. I might need a little bit bigger of a pocket because yeah, could also go in there with the same one as the florals as well, but I think we could stick it back there. Or what's this? Hang on. That's a good one. Let's do that one. Okay. I need to glue this one though. So this was a paper that I had, and I folded it a couple times to create some tuck spaces. So all I need to do really for this one is just glue a little bit right here, and there's a couple of different tuck spots. So let me do that really quick, and then we can stick our mushroom in there. I have enough glue on the edge there. I don't need to really add more. Okay, Granny D, we'll see you in a little bit. All right. And I am going to distress the back of this. I'll probably do this with all of them, but I'm going to do this one right now. Just so it's not stark white, you know? Especially when you're putting them into a book that is meant to look like a little treasure book, you know? And it's meant to be a little weathered. And when you have these stark white bits, it's just kind of obvious. I don't know. Just want to make it look a little bit fun. So that is done. Now we can tuck it in. So this one I will tuck in the very, very back. So you'll see I had that tuck space there. I still have another one here, so if I wanted to put any little bit in there, I could. You know, that's too big. But if I wanted to put another little something in there, then I could do that. That can create another little journaling space. Just going through all my little things here. That's just plain paper. That's not exciting. These also pop off, so these could become little tags or little sayings that you can glue down. S'mores. This was from a kit that was for fall, so there's autumn leaves, harvest, grateful. A tiny pouncer? What do you mean a tiny pouncer? Is that a type of mushroom? I'm not up with my mushrooms. I wish I was. My son was really into mushrooms randomly at one point, and so we would buy the little mushroom booklets. Just a little tag that says grateful on there. So I can just kind of go in. Perfect. Okay. This one I wanted to have as a fun, so see, it actually is matching. So I'm going to glue here and down here, I think. Or actually, I think I could just glue it down here, and that way you don't actually have to glue this side one here. So let's just do that. All right. We don't have to do this, but I'm just going to tack this one down a little bit. There we go. Oh, probably, Karen. I'm still learning the names of everything. If you guys have done some junk journaling, is this called a tiny pouncer? It's cool because the thing I like about it is that it's a Velcro thing. They just staple the Velcro bit down, and that way you can change them out. So if you have different colors and you want to just have the same basic base, but they come usually in a pack of 2, so, and then you can get lots of those little foam bits because they do start weathering pretty quick. I noticed that on a different one I was using yesterday, that it was already starting to have little bits kind of chunked out of it. My hands are shaking, you guys. What the heck? Maybe I'm just nervous. I don't know. I still get nervous, but I'm having fun. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to tack that down. Try to make the lines align. There we go. See? Okay, just make sure it's glued down here before I lift it up. Another little floral element we can add. All right, so that one's done. And then this is another little space here. So I think instead of making this be a pocket, we can actually just make this be a little open up space that you can journal on. I think that would be cute. And another option, actually, since we like our pockets, hang on, let's do something with it. Let's see. I don't know. Seeing how big this is, that's too big. Could go that way with it. And then that space right there could be the journaling, and then this could be a tuck. What do you think? Oh, the teeny tiny seed beads, yep. I'm doing a friend of mine, Shy is her name. She did this strawberry bag, and I'm crocheting it. But she does seed beads on the strawberries that are inside of the granny squares. So pretty. I've just about finished the granny squares, and I need to finish the tops of the strawberries and sew them down, and then I need to do all the seed beads. So that should be interesting. I have a lot of seed beads, so I think I've got everything I need. I just need to actually do it. But I feel like it's going to take a long time, but I'm not sure because I haven't even started that part yet. So it could be a while. Oh, that'd be cool. That's a good idea, Karen. All right, so I actually glued 2 of the 3 sides here. And that way, this is a stamp, or it's meant to look like a stamp. This is another Temu special. But that way, this can just be an easier thing to tuck so you can have it. That way, it gives you a little bit more space for whatever it is that you're tucking inside. Just trying to make sure that this gets stuck in there really good. But that's an interesting idea for the putting a little doorknob on there. I could draw one, but I don't know. Let's see. Hang on. No. I was just seeing what else I could do with it. But yeah, I do like that idea. So now there's an extra little tuck in there for another little journaling card. This one's got mushrooms on there. Might be too big though. I think it's too big. Yeah, it's too big. Right? Panda, I was saying that. I was saying that actually. I think you missed it, but this is one I also made. And it's got lots of little spaces for tucks and things. But I was thinking maybe a fun tutorial would be to make one like this, and you can wrap the thread around so that it ties it. And then each year you could put the year on. And put the memories you have from that year. So you get to make an ornament for each of the years, right? And so I thought that would be a really fun memory keeper, and then it would hang on the Christmas tree for anybody who enjoys junk journaling. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I think that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, little ornaments. Getting situated. No worries. All right, so now let's see where we're at. That one has a little tuck already on the back side, back here. That's kind of a big tag though. No worries. All right, I'm just looking through to see where we're at. Here, let's distress a little bit because we've got some that need it. Oh no, my little bee in the cover fell out. I'll have to put him back in his place. Okay, here's that one. Let's distress this little guy here. There we go. Tuck that back in. I think we had that one further up from the mushroom. There it was in here. Just make sure I'm looking at it right here. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna distress these while I see it and need to do it. So here we go. This way it looks good no matter what side you're looking at it from. I think it's fun. Maybe do a little bit more on the top since that sticks out. And then we can tuck it back in here, like so. And let me tuck my little bee guy that tried to jump out there. Here we go. He's just hanging out there in the cover. Where were we? Let's see. All right, so we got our little tuck space there. And got another little mushroom sticking out here. Okay, we've got some tucks there. That one has its own. Let's just distress this little edge right here. There we go. Okay. Next one. Let's see, what do we want to do on that one? What's on the back? Not a whole lot is on this back side. Okay, let's look through and see what would be interesting. Okay, I think this is going to be cool. I'm going to fold this in half since I think it's pretty well mirrored. Okay, like so. Now, it's going to go around the edge of the page to become a little spot that you can tuck things. So the only spot that you really need glue, ooh, that could be interesting too, you guys. What do you think? Now it's got me thinking maybe on the back side we make it a little tuck space, and on the front side you can open it up and it can become a little journaling space. That's what I'm thinking would be interesting. What do you think? Something a little different, right? So it could be tucked down on both sides. I mean, it will be tucked in, right, as you turn the page. But I think it might be kind of interesting to have it so you can open it up and have a little secret space for journaling. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. Yeah, I think that'll be really cool. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, something different, you know? I don't want to lose this needle. I'm going to set it up here. That would be terrible. It's going to end up in my foot. Okay, so this is going to go around the book. This page right here. I'm just looking to see where I want to glue. All right. I'm going to glue it right along this edge here. I'm going to glue this antenna down too. Okay. And I'm also going to glue the bottom a little bit, just to give it a little bit more stability, so that way it doesn't come off if you try to tuck something in there. Okay, now let's find our page again. We were right here. And let's go around that bend. Tucking that little antenna down. Here we go. Just making sure that it sticks, you guys. You use a magnet to park your needles on? Yeah. I got one of those things. Oh, there it is. Hang on. Target and the front bins had these. So there we go. That's better. It's like I always have it, but then I never use it, and that's not really serving a purpose, right? All right, so now we can open it up and have our little journaling space right there. And then when you turn it over, you have a little tuck space right there. So you can put some little bit in there. Let's see. That's too big, but you get the idea. Something, right? So it becomes a little pocket space. And I just got the antenna down because I feel like putting something in, taking it out and whatnot, it's just going to end up ripping off. So I don't want that to happen. And there's our little journaling space. I like that. Just fun, different ways, right? Different ways to utilize what we've got going. Okay, here's another one that I meant for being a pocket. So let me just glue this down. I tried to have things a little bit in mind when I was building this that I might be able to do. So for some of them, I was like, oh, okay, good. That's going next to a white page like this. So we'll just create a little pocket there with this pretty paper. And then you can also trim, if it's something like this where there's just like a little overhang and it's not purposeful, you can just trim that off. There we go. Okay. So now that's its own little pocket. And then we just have to decide what we want to do with this one. So what I'm going to do is, let me find piece of paper that's kind of the similar tone. Actually, I'm going to use this one. I like this paper. It's pretty. Hi, Miriam. How's it going? All right. Just gonna weather the edges here. So I don't know which ones are gonna show, so just distress them a little bit here. Okay. There's my page. All right. So what I'm going to do is this is going to go along this edge. So it's going to create a little tag area here, not much. And then on the back side, it's also going to be a little flap that you can tuck something into. So kind of acts as a tuck on both sides and something interesting to look at. Okay, so this will cup up. I need to do this side, like so. And then I need to do this side all the way down. Okay. Stay. Let me find my page again. So I'm getting extra glue off here. Ah, stay. So that's created a little space here that we can tuck things into as well, right in there. Hang on. There's a little too much glue, I think. There we go. Just make sure we can get something in there. There we go. So just be careful when you're doing this, if you're putting the glue on, that you double check that something fits, because sometimes if the glue goes where you don't want it to, then you're not going to have much of a tuck space. You're going to end up losing stuff out, right? Or it's just going to be too glued down. So now this works really well. Okay, now on the other side, we'll try that out as well. Let's see. So I did not do the bottom on this one, or did I? No, actually it does look like I did. I don't know what I glued. Here we go. So see, that one also acts as a nice little tuck. Okay. So both sides work, and then I'm just going to trim this little piece off right up here. There we go. So it's got a little piece on that side and a little area on that side as well. I'm going to trim this one off as well a little bit. There we go. Much better. Okay. So there's that side. And then there's a little tuck on both sides. This one's already got the pocket glued down. So you'll see the pockets right there on that one. Okay, this was the one that I liked the quote on. So I don't know that I really want to add much to it. It says outside the lopsided moon, the, oh geez, now I can't read it. Something at trees and the hobbled moon garden shimmered and rustled and fluttered in the night wind. Satisfied, they worked their powerful enchantment still. So I just can't read what that said. Ugh, this is what happens. That's okay though. It still gives you the idea of it, right? There we go. Yeah, you could tuck little wishes into the pockets. That's so true, Karen. Yep. You could do little drawings and then write the wishes on the back of them, tuck those in. If you had little images or little pictures, you could tuck little wishes in on the back of those as well. So lots of things you could do definitely. I'm just looking at stuff, seeing if there's anything else I want to put in there before we turn. I think I'm going to leave this page for now, and then I may come back to it later. Okay, so this side, we've already got our little tuck here. I'm just double checking that it works. It does. I don't even know. I think that one just ended up getting a little bit of glue on it. It is meant to be a tuck space, but it's kind of goes all the way through, which also works. I mean, as long as one side is cut or is what you call it, glued down, you're good. All right. So we've got this one. Let's just distress those a little bit. They're too white. They're not interesting enough. There we go. Got these like little, those were those things I was showing you earlier that came in this set, and there's a whole bunch of cards and stuff. So these are a little thicker, and these could act as really nice little pockets too that we can put in. So let's see. And you can read it actually. This is a dictionary page. It's got hope, hopeful, hopefully, hopeless. That's how I feel sometimes. So let's see. I think that would make a nice little pocket there. So let me cut it down because it's a little bit long. Okay, that's better. And then what do we have on the other side? Okay, so the other side is some more paper. So let's do, we can try to see if we can do this as a fold up. Let me just crease it here. Okay. And let's take a look at that page again. See if we want to do it this way. So I will need to trim it down again a little bit, but that does create a little tuck right there. That could be good. So let's just go ahead and trim it down just a smidge. Okay. And I'm going to do something else that I think is kind of fun. Let's see. Do I want to do this one? No, that one's kind of big. All right, let's try this. I don't know if this is going to work, you guys, but I'm going to try it anyway. Why not? Let's see. I don't know if that's going to work. It's going to be upside down. I was thinking, I think it's really cool when people actually, you know, if you do like a little die cut out and you can see behind it a little bit, I think that's interesting. The problem is that the way that I have to put it on, it's going to be an upside down cat, which is not as bad, not as good, I think. The other thing I have though that I could do is this. So I'm going to do this instead. So I got these also at Daiso. These are little die cut things. So see, that kind of made it look like a tag a little bit, or like a ticket or so. So that's just makes it more interesting, I think, instead of just being a solid edge. It gives it a little bit of visual interest. And now we can go ahead and glue that down. I think that's going to look nice. Just make sure that I've got enough cut off, and I do. Okay. This one I'm going to go ahead and cut the edge a little bit. For the same reason as we did the little tab cutout, is just to give some different angles to your journal. So see, that'll give us a little bit of a different angle there than what we had. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this guy down. Where's my glue? Here it is. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to glue down the sides, both sides, so it's just a skinny, it's a skinny tuck one. Too much glue. I just want to get that edge. Okay, and then on the other one, let's see. I have a hard time visualizing unless I actually kind of tuck it in like I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And on this one, we can actually just glue the first part down first, like so. Okay, so let's just get that in there and get the edges glued in. Gotta go play with Waldo now. Okay, Karen. We'll see you next time. So I'm just making sure the edges got in there, that we're getting all of those glued down. Then on this side, see, this is coming up now, so I need to glue the edge. Okay, so give me just a second. Let me get the glue in there. And then we will tuck it up. There we go. Just make sure it gets on there. So this also acts as things that help the edges to give them a little more stability as well, which is cool. So especially if you have a sheet that's really thin and you're worried that it's just going to tear, that's another thing that you can do, is kind of build around them, and that just makes them a little bit more durable. So I'm just going to double check. There's my little, see, got a little tuck space there. So this one says warm wishes. So you could use that as a little tag too. Or you could find something else to use that you like better. This one's probably way too big. This one would fit too. So there's another one that could go in there. All right, same thing over here. And just see what fits in there. Because you didn't close up the outside, you could tuck something a little bit longer in if you wanted to. So if I wanted to tuck the butterfly in, I could. But I just think it looks funny, you guys, if we start tucking in things like that. I don't know. I feel like it looks like they're getting squished. Which is kind of funny. Sad and funny, right? There's a little medallion one that could be used as well. So that also creates a little outside edge. But just kind of play around with it. See what calls you. This is private collection specimens. That could be interesting. I'll save that one. This is pretty, this little butterfly. I don't mind putting them in if they don't, I don't know, if they don't stick out that much, then that's okay. You know, they could become little tucks, but I just feel bad. I feel like they look like they're getting squashed in there. I'm probably just being too critical. No coffee, no worky. That's cute. Anyway. All right. Where were we here? No, I know I stuck the bee in there, Panda, and he looked like he was being properly squashed, like his legs were sticking out. I mean, it gave me a good chuckle, but it's like, oh my God, he's getting squashed. No, poor guy. Poor little guy. We don't want to squash him. That would be just terrible. Just looking through my ephemera, you guys, seeing what other things I've got going on here that might be interesting to use. All right, let's see what we've got going on. So this is another one of those double, that's the other side of the one we did earlier that was a little bit of a double tuck area. So let me just glue down. I'm gonna glue down here and up along that side here. Okay. And then let me just wipe the glue a little bit. Spread it out. Okay, there we go. So now it's got a space there, and there's a tuck down here as well. These are so tiny, but you know, you find little treasures and things you can put in there. I know, I'm a monster. No. Oh my goodness. Poor little guy didn't know what hit him. He's just trying to mind his own business. Flap, he got stuck. This sometimes you get this from Temu, right? They don't always make a whole lot of sense. This quote says, "Wings, I may be ables. I have to flap my our wings be although is and rise." So they don't all make much sense. But that's okay. It's funny though. It's like some of the quotes, they make sense. There were some I found that actually had, they had like letters missing from the quote. So I took a little pen and went in and made sure that I made it so that you could read it properly. So just gonna tuck that in as a little journal spot. Seeing what else I've got here that I could utilize. I feel like this side definitely needs something. At the very least, we can distress it so it's not stark white. You know, and you can just leave pages as they are. You don't have to do anything. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do, you guys. I have an idea. Here we go. This is ink. I do wonder if you could use, I guess you probably could do the stamp. No, I don't think it's dark enough. I have a little bee stamp, you guys. I don't even know if I've ever actually really used this. But what I'm thinking, here, let me put something behind it. That way I don't get all of the pages. All right, let me see if I can make this so you can see it. No, you can't see that. Hang on. Hang on. I gotta make it so you can see it, you guys. All right, let's go this way with it so you can see. So I'm just putting the paper like so, okay? And get my ink on there. And it doesn't even, I don't even think it needs to be like 100% on there. I feel like partially on there would be cool. This might not come out, you guys, okay? Let's just lift up and see. It didn't really work very well. Oh my gosh. That's kind of funny though. That's interesting. I don't know. What do you think? I should cover it up. And maybe I'll come in on the other side and do the other part of it. Maybe like it's coming from the other side. Here, I'll just go like this. Let's just come up from the top and see. There, that's cute. We'll just like layer it. And that just makes it be an interesting looking page. All right, let me see how I want to do this one. I'm gonna try not to double stamp it, but I might end up double stamping it. A little bit, that's okay. Hey, not everything works out how we want it to, but sometimes it does. All right, so there's that. Now I'm like, do I want to try to cover that or do I want to leave it? Oh, I'm always indecisive about stuff. Oh, this would be pretty. You guys, what do you think? I was thinking of cutting that down and making it be a little tuck space, and it'll look like the bee is going to land on the flowers. How cute. I think I'm going to do that. Something different. All right, let me cap off my glue so we're not letting out the glue. I don't want it to dry out here. Let me grab a pencil so I can kind of mark where I need to cut. It's going to be right there and right here. Okay, where's my scissors? Here we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut straight down like that. Save that other piece because you can use that for something else. See where I made my mark here, and straight out. Okay. Oh, that's gonna look so cute, you guys. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I think that's super cute. All right, let's glue her down. So see, sometimes this is true with any kind of art, even crochet. Sometimes things don't work out the way you want them, but then sometimes it actually inspires you to do something even more interesting that you hadn't thought of at first. So this is cool because it gives us a die cut edge for our pocket, which is just visually very interesting to look at and different. So I'm just gluing it down. I'm pulling it away from the other one just to make sure that we don't end up gluing our two pages together here. And if it over sticks, that's okay because we can always trim it. So we just want to try to make sure we get it stuck on there really nice. Okay. So now if I look on the other side, I can trim off the excess. Just get my big fingers out of the way there. Okay, here we go. Just going to trim off a little bit of the excess on both sides. There we go. So now you can't see it from that side, but on that side, look how cute. So it's created a little landing pad for our bee friend, and you can take colored pencils, which I will do eventually, and you could do some little coloring in there and make it some nice vintagey tones, and that way it's just a little, like almost like a little illustration, right? I like how that turned out. Too big. These are probably too big too, huh? Yep. They're all kind of similar size, but I found another mushroom that could be interesting. It could stick out a little bit, but it's kind of a smaller one, so it'd probably have to go earlier on in our book if we're going to use it. That's awesome. All right. I'm going to use this little guy here because he fits so perfectly. So I'm just going to use this little guy here. And what I'm going to do, because I think this is fun, is I'm going to trim off this little corner here so that it meets with that, and it'll also just create a little interest on the other side as well. So I think that'll be fun. All right, give me my scissors here. Kind of a weird angle, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, so see, that just cut just the edge right there off, and now it matches with this one. Okay, so now we can just glue this. I'm gonna glue it along these two sides. Actually, I'm gonna glue it along three sides. I'll glue it in the middle as well. Okay. That way it's creating our little pocket here. Yeah, if you're going to do any kind of sewing for these, you really should try to do that before you put them into their bindings. It's very, very difficult to do after you've already put everything together. So the ones that I've done so far, I'm not, the bigger ones, I could probably do a little bit of stitching along the edges. So like along the edges of the page, that could work. But you can get really creative with using a sewing machine and paper, because you can actually sew down all of these edges that you're creating these pockets with, and it looks really nice. Just mixed media, right? Different textures. All right. Let's try and make sure this gets stuck down there in the corner. Okay. So that's created a little visual interest there in the corner. So you can play around with the die cuts on the edges too, you guys. That's also what I got these for, was so that you can just take a page, and if it's kind of a boring page, you're not sure what to do with it, you can just cut the little tab out along the side, and it just makes it more interesting. So I'm just trimming this a little bit so that it's not overhanging onto the other side. All right. And just make sure we're all glued down. See, that looks really cute. I like it. I like it a lot. Thanks for hanging out while I play around with my supplies, you guys. This is fun. At least I'm finding it fun. I hope you guys are too. I kind of want to see. So I have these things. Hang on, let me show you. I have these things, and I'm not exactly sure what they do. They are, I don't think you can see. Okay, do you see that? It's white. Let me see if they're stickers. I don't know. They might just be stickers, and then you can kind of see through. But they also could be rub-on transfers, and I'm not too sure. I don't know. If you guys know what these are, let me know, because I have not figured it out. I'm not being able to undo them like a sticker, so I don't know. Oh, good. Pan, you're just chilling, hanging out with me. Good. That's what I like to hear. You're learning. Good. I hope you can... Oh, you guys, look, look, look. It is a sticker, you guys. Look. Awesome. Yes, we figured it out. I had no idea what the heck these were, and I have so many of them, and I was just like, oh my gosh, are these transfers? This is a cafe, so whenever I do my journal that's going to be about coffee, these will be really good, because these are mostly, I think, about coffee. Pretty sure. Let's see, what's this one? Yeah, see? It's like a coffee getting poured into a cup. So these will look really, really cool, because it'll take on the texture, the color of whatever page you put them on in the background, which is neat. I also got these ones. These are, oops, it goes this way. So these are stickers, but they're on more of a rice paper type. So it's going to be a different textured paper, not just your standard stark white paper. So it'll give it a more vintage tone, which I think is pretty cool. So all little things to play around with later on. I just was not sure what the heck those were. I was like, oh my gosh, these will be fun if I could figure out what they do. Oh, anyway, too funny. Okay, let's see. We're almost through the book. We've done a lot of adding in. Got a few pages left here. So let's just go ahead and finish them up, and that way we can say we've played around with them, and then all we have to do now is just journal in them and have fun. And change out the ephemera if you want. You can add some more tags, which could be kind of fun. I'm just gonna distress these a little bit for now. Let's start with that. Okay, this one, so I folded this kind of funky, right? Because this is gonna be this one needs to be glued down. I wanted this to be a pocket for this one. So let's go ahead and cover that for now. Let's glue this guy down. that. I don't think I want glue on that side. I will, let's glue this down just a little bit here. Just make sure it doesn't come up. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here on that edge. Spread it out a little bit. There we go. Okay. So now that became a little pocket. But I thought those two colors looked really nice together, so it's a little more interesting. So it should be able to hold something in there. Probably something smaller, but that's okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. I want to open up a sticker pack. Let's open up a sticker pack and see if we can use some stickers. Is this just... How interesting. Oh, maybe they did that just so you could, I don't know. See how it's like shadowed? I thought maybe those were stickers too, but they're not. All right. So some of these like that, you could stick it to some cardboard and you could make like a little book tag with it if you didn't want to use it as a sticker. So these are so cute. All right, let's see what we got here. So this is a little tuck here already. So let's see, what do I want to do? So rather than gluing that, I'm going to actually do this. I am going to stick this here along that edge. Actually go a little further in so I have more space for my pocket. Okay. Now I'm going to make a tag with it, so I want it to poke out a little bit. And then I'm going to just stick it to the other side. So here's another quick makeshift tag using a sticker. See? There's our little tag right there. And it's created our little pocket right there. So we're just doing everything we've got here. We're just making some fun things. What else could we put on that? Let's see. All right, I'm going to take this little cup one that says nice day, and I'm just going to kind of layer it over because it's not that exciting on that side. So I'm going to put this little coffee cup here just because I think it's cute, and it says nice day. So that's our little, and then it looks like the little handle coming out. And see, this is what happens. I just build on it as we're going, right? Can you tell what I'm going to do? I'm going to die cut it around this little cup because I think that'll be cute on one side anyway. So I'm just cutting around the coffee cup here so that it becomes part of that little tuck space or that little tag there. See that? So it's now it's got the edge of the cup instead of the edge of that tag. Okay, cute, fun. All right, what else can we do? Let's see. Some of these they have little quotes too. So I'm just looking to see what they say. I sometimes feel drowsy in the early afternoon. That's funny. Cute. All right, anyways, so these, they are full stickers. So if you want to use these not as stickers but as tuck spaces, you're gonna have to stick them down to some sort of paper first and then cut them out. Then you could use those as like one of those extra little, you know, areas to tuck things in. What does that say? Of a condition pleasant. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Let's see. There was... Oh, I got excited there. I know we're talking about making this like a door. I was thinking maybe one of these could be part of that, but I don't think they're really going to work for that. So this is cute. It's like a wax seal. But I actually did get some wax seal type stickers as well, so those could be fun. Those will be fun to play around with. Okay, just looking around to see what else we've got. What do we do on the front? That's right, we created a little side pocket here, so maybe we'll just mirror that on the other side, you guys. That could be fun. I think it was, where was it? Alrighty, let's see, how did we do that? Okay, we just kind of went around the bee, that's what we did. So let's see, we want to get another bee, so I think that looked really cute. Let's see, how do we want to do this here? That one could be cute, that might work. Let's see, All right, let's do this bee. So I'm kind of die cutting it out and around the bee. I'm just going to kind of go around that way, and then we'll see how big we need it to be. Okay. So let's have it go up a little ways, right about there. And I'm going to cut it down. Okay. And I'll have to trim one more space, I think. All right. Oh, you know what? Did that go? There we go. I think I had it the other direction. That's how I wanted it. Okay. So now let's go ahead and cut this a little bit more, rounding the edge. There we go. Okay, yep, I think that's gonna do it. All right, so we just need to glue here and here. So we'll just glue along that edge, like so. Okay. And I'm just following along that the edge of the inner paper right there, you guys. That's all I'm doing. Just trying to make it look like it was meant to be there. Make sure that it gets glued on the sides. There we go. Okay. So now it's got a little matching side. So both sides have bees, and they're both little pockets to put things on the back side. Thank you, Panda. My brain, I know, my crazy brain. Sometimes I start talking and I think people are like, oh my God, now what's she gonna come up with? But it's fun, right? All right, so this, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this one. I'm gonna fold this up. Okay. So it's this side. Okay. So that's created a different look to the page. And another little tuck space up there, which would be really cute for a flower Let me see. Do I have any little tiny flowers? I might have used them, but I think I might. Let's see here. If I have any more little flowers. I've got mushrooms, which Granny D would like, but she's not here, I don't think. I think she had to go. Here's a little flower. Let's see. The reason I was thinking of flower is because this just, it always reminds me of when they would wrap paper flowers, right? Or not paper flowers, but they'd wrap flowers in paper, excuse me. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. So maybe that would be a cute little idea. What do you think? And then you'd have the journaling space on the back. The other option is I do have this mushroom, but I think the mushroom really just needs to be like a decorative-y kind of thing. Maybe glued down, you know? So hold off on that one. So I think that might be the best. Oh, here's another one. That one actually might be better. Let's see. Yes, look at that. I think that works even better. Some of them still have the little punches that need to be popped out, but that looks good. Look at that. It's like it was made for that space, right? And then again, I'm going to distress the back a little bit just because I don't like to see the white of the tags on the back if you're looking at it from the other side. So if you just rub the little distress ink along the edges, you get that kind of nice weathered tone. This is called Vintage Photo, so you get that little vintage photo tone here. And then you can journal on the back. So we'll just tuck that beautiful flower right in there. And then it does peek out just a little bit, but oh, here we are. Sorry, you guys. It peeks out a little bit. I just love how that looks with all the different nature elements to it. We've got some pretty tags sticking out here. I do want to add something, you know, like I did on the other one. I had a little charm. I have to decide how I want to put that in there, but I would like to hang something from it because I think that would be really cute, you know, a little charm or something. So we'll have to wait and see on that. I do have a lot of little bits and bobs, little beads and fun little ceramic pieces and things that we could use. And I actually found, you know, sometimes there's things that you hold on to because it breaks off of something and you're like, well, I don't want to get rid of it. It's too cute. And then you just don't know what to do with it. I don't even know what it came on, but there was a little tiny like pewter sort of owl that I had. It was a Harry Potter one, I think, at some point. Very small. And it was on something, but it fell off of that. And so I kept it and I found it the other day. So I'm excited to use that on something as well. So we'll see where I go with it. Hi, Kim. I'm glad you could tune in for a bit. I'm going on 2 hours here. I've just been hanging out with whoever wanted to come in and hang out with me. We've been working on this little tiny junk journal here that I made out of a Nerds box from Halloween. So yeah, so we've got lots of little tuck spaces that we've been adding in, lots of little journaling areas. There's still lots of areas that I can do things with in here. So we haven't done all the pages. But sometimes it's nice to have areas too, just for stickers and other little die cuts you could put on there, you know, add some little tags coming out. So yeah, but we made a little die cut edge here with the little bee stamp that I have been wanting to use and have not really had the chance to use. So just a quick little flip through there. And then we're distressing the back for journaling. That's what Panda was saying. Yes, it could become an ornament. That's for sure. Definitely. That definitely could become an ornament. And I do need to come up with, I meant to do this before, but I've already tucked these down. I have to think about that, you guys. I have an idea. I got to find a way because I want to put something here to keep it closed so that you can tie something off and that way you keep it tight like that. You don't lose anything. Yeah, Panda was like, oh yeah, ornaments. Yes, I think we've got some good ideas for Christmas. So maybe some future videos here I will be filming. But I had kept, where did I stick that, you guys? I had kept, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So I have this twine that could be interesting. Originally, my thought was that I would have put it on this side and then maybe put paper over it, which I obviously forgot to do before we tucked those little pockets in. But I was going to cut this and then we could do the same on the other side, or maybe have it be a wrapping one as well. So you would just kind of wrap it around the folder. I think it would need to kind of go in the middle though. But yeah, you'd wrap it around like this, right? And then you could tuck it down underneath to hold it in. So that's an option. But I have to think on that. I actually put glue on the ends too so that they wouldn't start unraveling, because I know that that would be an issue. There's lots of different things we could do with it, but I just need to ponder on that. I also need to get the little brads, I think they're called, where they're like, if you punch a hole and then you can put this little metal piece in there just to make sure that it's nice and secure and it's not gonna tear or anything. I wanted to get those. I didn't have those yet, but yeah, anyway, that's where I'm at with it. Okay, what else could we do here? If you guys have any thoughts, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to figure something out. All right, so this is an ephemera. So we could glue that in, and that would become something visually interesting to look at. Or let's see what other bits and bobs we have. See, I've got so much stuff, you guys. These are all stickers. This is not a sticker. Some of these are ephemera, some of these are stickers that are interesting. They're all coffee themed though, for the most part. That's got to be a coffee bean, I think. So those are all stickers. Yeah, make 2.5 earrings. Can you imagine how big they would be, Kim? Oh my God, those would be pretty big earrings. You could though. Well, I made this little tiny one. I haven't decorated it or anything, but hang on, here it is. This could definitely be some little journal earrings because those aren't very big. It's just one piece of paper that you fold in a certain way, and then I just bound it because that way it's not floofing out everywhere. But that could be fun. Very interesting. All right, so we've got that. There was a page. Here's a page right here. We need to find something we're going to do with it. So let's just ponder that for a second. We have some bits that we've cut out from other ones. So I could do another little tab in there. We could create another little pocket. What else could we do? Just looking at my stuff. So you have like lace as well. So you could also make little tags with the lace too. This can also be used for embellishing on your book covers too, or on the spines. Once you've bound them, you could do that. This one I wouldn't do for the spine, but you know, I've got like gold ones and stuff, so you could make some interest on the sides there. So I thought that was fun. I think I have more coming too. I just tend to buy, you know, it's kind of a problem, but I do have a video coming out this week that will show you how I've decided to organize myself. So, all right, I really need to figure out what I want to do here. What do I want to do? I am thinking on using those flowers because I do really like that. So that's a possibility. Let me know if you guys have any ideas before I start actually doing something with it. Okay, let's pop that out. See, they have little pieces that need to come out still. Also kind of like the idea of just collaging on there, so that might be interesting. You don't always have to have a pocket, you know. Sometimes it's kind of nice just to do some little collage. Let's just do that, you guys. I think we've got so many pockets in here, which I'm happy with. I think that's awesome. But it is kind of nice to just create something like collage-like, you know? So let's just think on that. I'm looking at my sticker situation here, trying to decide what I want to use. Let's see here. Oh, that's like a little doily. These are the coffee ones, but it's like a little doily. That's cute. It's too big though. Okay, what else? Oh, that's pretty. Look at that butterfly. That's very pretty. Little beetle. Save me! Don't squish me in the book. Squish. There's our little flower we saw earlier. That was cute. All right, let's see. What do we want to do today? Now I can always cut things down too as needed. So let's just, you know, I had one to, oh, this one could be interesting. So it says specimen. It's like those old science ones. That could be very interesting. Okay. Not again. Not again, the bug. I know, he's really trying to get squashed, isn't he? Okay, I'm going to cut this down. So let me just use the back side here as my guide. Like so. Save that for something else. All right, so first, and this is actually going to be a pocket, you guys, so I'll show you what I had in mind. All right, so let's get the edge and the bottom. Oh my gosh. This is the only problem with this glue. I need like those little precision glue things, which I don't have yet. And I need to find my PVA glue because you can do a mixture of PVA glue and water. It's 2 parts PVA glue, 2 parts water. And that works really well for journaling as well because they use PVA glue for binding books. So that would work really well. Okay, so I'm going to tuck this in as far as I can go and have it coming to the edge. Okay, so the top I did not glue. Sorry, you guys, let me get myself back in the middle here. So the top I did not glue. I'm only gluing the 3 sides so that it can become a little journaling space up here, okay? So we can just tuck, in fact, you can actually just use this. Let's just do that, you guys. There you go. Let's do, I'm thinking, okay, where's my little, oh, here it is. Hang on. Bear with. That might be too big. I was just thinking I could cut down the edges, but I think that's too big. I'm just gonna use my scissors. So I'm just gonna do one of these along the sides there. And I will take my little bit here and I'm gonna put a hole in it right in the middle. It's like I'm piercing ears, right? There's my little hole there in the middle. Okay, so let's make it like a little tag. And then, let's see here. Just trying to decide, do I want to decorate it? Yeah, should we decorate it, you guys? Let's decorate it. I love this gold. I don't know, I just really do. I think it's really pretty. Thinking we'll just decorate the bottom there. Okay, so let me cut this down. Okay, and then let's glue that down. See, as you play around, you find more things that you want to do with what you've got working with here. So I'm just putting some glue down so that I can get this lace to stick. And with this lace, and I realized this yesterday with my daughter, is one side has the gold shimmer, the other side does not. So you do have to be careful. We didn't realize that. We were trying to glue down the shimmery gold side, and it won't glue. It doesn't work very well that way. So you just have to realize that there is a right and wrong side to that. Okay, look at that. Pretty. It's just pretty. I don't know. I love it. I'm glad I bought it. Wasn't sure, you know. Gold is one of those colors that I'm not always drawn to, but as I get older, I guess, I feel like I'm more drawn to it. And it ends up calling me sometimes. Okay, what else could we put on there? That's cute. Like, do I want to throw a beetle on there? I keep wanting to stick bugs in there, you guys. I want to flatten them. No, I don't want to flatten them. But I do want to glue this. I want to glue down something on here to decorate. But I might cut it down because I kind of don't want to, the text up there that says specimen, I really don't want to cover that. I like the way that looks. But it might be kind of interesting to kind of have this hang over the edge, and then it will look like another little tab. So let's just do that. All right. So where's my glue? Thanks you guys for hanging out. I'm trying to also get remonetized, and I'm at about 2,200 watch hours. So I was like, maybe I should go live more frequently. People might want to hang out more. So we can just do that. We'll just go live and hang out. All right, I am gluing down the mushrooms. There's 2 of them. Okay. As such, we're leaving the edge a little bit poking over so that it becomes a little bit of a tag on the side. And then I need to cut off this excess of the mushrooms like that. Okay. See? And I also did not glue this little edge of the mushroom down because then it can become a little hidden tuck space if you have something thin enough, which I'm sure that I do. Hang on, I'll show you. Oh, here we go. This is a cute one. So these are all little, these ones came in a pack from Joanne, and they were on discount. There's a whole bunch of fall things, but just to kind of show you, this can be like a little tuck right here, so you can hold a little card of some sort. Very small one, you know, nothing crazy, but it will hold it. So, so we can just keep that in there. Or you've got this other one. If I can tuck it in, there we go. So we've got that little tuck space up there. It kind of looks like a little bookmark sticking out, which is cute. And then you just pull it out and write a little quote on there if you'd like. So that's another option. But we've got our little mushroom, which is so cute. I love it. And then let's distress the back side of that. Since it's tucking out, we don't want it to look white, right? In fact, I'm going to do this little bookmark here too. I'll do those as well as we go, but that is super cute. I'm happy with that. Okay. But I wanted to use this as our little tucking card. So I just need to decide. I feel like we need to put something else on there. So let's see, what do we want to add to it? What to add? And this will be really cute to do little notes on the back of. Let's see here. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on messing around with it. So there are some pretty, like this is really pretty. I like this. Look at that little flower. That's cute. Maybe we should do that. I don't know. Does it go with it? Can you visualize? I don't know. It might not be dark enough. It's kind of a lighter tone, but it also could be cute. Okay, what else could we do? I'm just playing around looking at things here to see what we might want to use. Oh, or not. Use or not. We don't know yet. We haven't decided. Let's look at these other stickers that we've got here and see if there's anything that's calling out that looks like it could go on there. This is the coffee one, so let's keep that for our coffee theme. These are so cute, you guys. I love these. It says it's got 4 sheets. Let's just see if they're all the same or if there's different ones in there, because I really don't know. These are all from Daiso. I think they are all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay, that's the end of it. I just like it when they use like that rice paper type thing. It's so cute. I think I might use some of these, you guys. I don't know. And they have a white background, but they're so cute. What do you think? What do you think, Panda? You're chatty. Come on. Like the little vase, maybe? Would that be cute? I don't know. What if I distress it a little bit? Maybe that might be interesting. Since I have 4 of them, let's just try it, okay? Let's just like try to make it look a little bit old. I need more. Okay, hang on. I don't want it to be too crazy. Let me put it down here. I'm just gonna like, yeah, I think this is gonna work, you guys. So that's the thing, because I don't want white. If it's off-white or this kind of like coffee dyed almost tone, I think it's gonna be really cute. But the white is just too big of a stark contrast that I think it's not gonna look so nice. But this I think will look really cute. So let's just put this on here. I'm gonna do off center. In art, it's more visually exciting to do things off center than to do things completely centered. Just pro tip. Of course, I didn't do that very evenly. It's a little bit lopsided or cattywampus, but whatever. It's probably all right. I think it's cute. All right, are there any other ones that we'd like to add? Oh, the cobblestones. Let's add the cobblestones, you guys. Let's do the cobblestones. Yes. I'm just distressing it first. Okay. My hands are covered in glue. Okay, so that one's not coming off very easily. Let's try this side. There we go. Okay. This will kind of cover up the fact that I did this cattywampus. That's my thought anyway. There we go. Have you never heard that, Panda? Cattywampus? Isn't that cute? It's coming out. I think it's looking nice. Okay, now, are there any other ones that we want to add, or do we want to call that good? I could probably call that good. I don't see anything else that's really like, use me, use me. All right, what do you think? Yeah, I think we could be good with that. All right, so we've got that. And the back we will distress so that it's not a white tag. I'm just gonna go over the whole thing too. It is such a good word. You know, it's a great word. Cattywampus. Here we go. Okay, so we've done that. And maybe just to tie it in with the front, we could do a little sticker on the back side, you guys. Let's do that. Okay, let's do maybe this one with the little vase. I think that would be cute. I'm gonna distress it first so it's not sticking out above the rest. I want it to feel like it's part of it. Okay. There it comes. There we go. Let's see if I could do this so it's not actually cattywampus. There you go. Here you go, Panda. I'll say it again. All right, this time I'm going to go on the other side. In fact, I'm going to use that bottom edge as my guide so that I can't mess it up. And because it's on that rice paper and we're distressing it, it does make it look like it's part of the tag, I think, for the most part. I mean, you can see the edge a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. I think that's really cute. So you can just do your little writing along the side there. And that's just made a nice little tag. Right. So we can tuck that in. Where were we? We're going to tuck that one in here, I think, if it fits. Well, let's just see. It might not fit, though. You know, I can also try to tuck it in under the... Let's try to see if it'll tuck in under the mushroom. Ah, I think I made it too big, you guys. Let's see if it tucks in over here. There we go. That'll work. See? Tucks into that space. Nice. All right. Sweet. So we're getting lots of little things going here. Ooh. Here we go. We found a spot for those flowers. There we go. See all the little fun things coming out? So fun. Wish I could do like... I almost want some sort of, what am I thinking? Almost like a belt buckle, but I don't think that's it's not gonna work because I put all the tags and such. So I don't think that's gonna work, but it'll probably have to be one of the wrapping ones that we wrap around it. But, all right, so that's nicely in there. All right, so now, let's create a few little things we can tuck in. So we'll just put our little journal here. I just love these little coffee dyed things you get from Temu. They're so cute. I think they're fun. So I'm gonna fold these. So give me a second. I'm picking glue with my fingers. Got me running on the big screen. Oh yeah. All right. Hugs, yes, that's right. Okay, how do we want to do this here? Let me think. So you get to do origami too when you do junk journaling, you guys. Just heard my son got home, so he's probably going to be trying to come in here any minute. Let's see how big this is compared to our journal. It's not too bad. Okay. So I do hear my son, so he'll probably come in and say hi. Okay. So one thing that's kind of fun to do, you guys, is you can sort of round the edges here. You can round it on both sides and create sort of an archway, like a doorway. I did that really terribly. That is not my best effort there. Hang on, let me try. I'll just try to round it out on this side. I kind of made it go up really high. So let me just try to bring it down a little bit here. That's better. Okay, so you can have this doorway. And then what I'm thinking of is, let's see here. Where did I see it? That one would work. Okay. So what I need to do, because I want to use that, is I'm just going to trim this piece of paper down a little bit. Okay. I think these would actually work as a little doorknob type thing. So I'm going to first put them down on a piece of paper, because you can't have a sticker, it's just going to keep it closed all the time, so you don't want that. So what I'm doing is I'm just sticking this down. Now I'll cut out and around the edge. So instead of it being a sticker, it's now become a little piece of ephemera that we can use as a doorknob. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it down like so. And now if we glue it, it's gonna have to go on this side. Okay, so now if we glue it, then you would just be able to take the page out and tuck it back in like that, okay? So let's do that. I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit more, like that. And then let me get my glue. We'll do the little edge here. So you don't wanna do all of it because you need it to be able to be tucked underneath there, right? Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna glue it to this. Let me just pull that out so we make sure it's not gluing it down. I need it to not be on my finger, so let me just pull my finger out there. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm just making sure it's glued down enough before we try to tuck that in. But what we're doing is creating like a little journaling area that we can tuck into a pocket. So this will then just tuck in to our little doorknob sort of thing. There we go, like that. So that's what keeps it closed, and then you can just open it up and journal on the inside. You could do little pockets if you wanted to. If you want to have another tuck space, you could do that. You can decorate it if you want to. You know, you could put some more of the stickers on there if you've got some stickers you want to put on there. But again, you just kind of tuck it in like that, and it becomes this cute little journaling space. And that can be tucked into your book, wherever you got a nice little free area and pulled out to write in. So fun things that you can do with extra bits of paper. I just love this whole idea of making them into die cut edges. So pretty. I'm gonna put that on the back, I think. Okay. Do I want to have it come over to the front, almost like it's a bush or something, but it's actually flowers? Could be kind of interesting. What do you think? Have it come to the front? And then it can also be another little tuck space, or we could just do it on the back and have that be like an edge to tuck something back there, like a little hidden wish or a hidden message. That would be fun. All right, so I think I'll cut this down. Making sure I don't cut that edge or I'm not gonna have a full folio here. It's like a little mini folio. Okay, so let's just get a little glue. We're gluing that edge and the bottom. Just gonna take my finger to spread it out a little bit so we don't get too much glue on. But this will also just help give it a little bit more stability so it's not flimsy and durable, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So it makes it a little more durable. There we go. Isn't that cute? All right, I like it. Okay. Is there anything else we want to put on there? Could hide a little beetle behind it, like that. And that can also be another little journaling card. Oh, this one's got those little, some of the ones here, they don't have all the pops popped out. Here we go. Yeah, that'll be cute. All right, so I'm gonna distress it just a wee bit. Just so it matches the rest of our journal here. There we go. And now we'll tuck it into this little secret pocket here that we made. Our little beetle pal. It might be kind of interesting too, you guys, if you go like this and go backwards with it. He looked like he's peeking out the top. See? He's like, I'm not hiding back here. It doesn't look like a kid that's got his arms up. It's kind of funny. How funny. Too cute. All right. Or you just tuck it in like that so it looks really pretty. But now this can open, like we said. Just got to be careful. It is paper, so sometimes if you just kind of bend it a little bit, that'll help it along. So on the inside, there we go. We'll do a little distressing around the edges here. Okay. Go down the little edges there. Okay, there we go. All right. This is coming out really cute. What do you guys think? I was thinking of putting my little bee one on there. I think I need to not push so hard on it. If I push hard, then I end up getting these edges. Maybe it's because they kind of are pulling away from the base. That might be why. I don't really want those. I just want the little bee. But I'm going to try something because I don't know what it's going to do. Maybe I'll try it out on this notepad first. But I'm just curious to see if I use the Distress Oxide for a stamp, what that looks like. Oh, that looks cute, you guys. Oh, you can't see it. Here, look at that. I like that because then you get that color tone in there. I'm doing that. I'm going to make some beads coming from the outside of our pages. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so cute. You know me, I love my bees. Maybe this one will go this way, like it's flying off the page. And then maybe we'll do one kind of coming this way, like that. Oh my gosh, you guys. What do you think? Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Wow, I'm glad that I tried that. Super cool. Maybe we'll do another little butt coming off there. Here we go. That's perfect. Oh, I love that. I get very excited. Oh, so cute, so cute. I have one more little piece of that flower. I think I'm going to make a little pocket here. One more little pocket. What do you think? I think that'll be really cute. Kind of, and it goes with the bees, like they're going to go for the flowers. I like that. All right, let me get my glue. Probably just go on here another 13 minutes or so, you guys. So we'll just leave it at 3 hours. This has been so fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying watching and hanging out with me. Okay, just gonna pull a little bit of that glue away. It's a little much. All right, this is gonna go this direction. I wanna make sure it's not covering the fold because we need it to be able to be folded down. Okay, there we go. So it can still fold over. Perfect. We'll let that dry. What do you think? Isn't that cute, you guys? I love it. If I do say so myself. Oh, I love that. You can do that with the Distress Oxides. I had no idea that you could almost, you know, it makes it look almost embossed. Do you guys remember embossing? I mean, we used to do them. We would do the embossing pattern. We'd hold them over the lamp light bulb to melt the embossing powder, but you had to be careful because the light bulbs got so hot that you would actually burn the paper sometimes, and you could light them on fire if you're not careful. So, oh my gosh, the good old days. I'm just gonna tilt that up just a little bit. That way it makes it a little easier to open it. There we go. Then you just tuck it in like so. And then when you open it up, you've got this beautiful little inside area to write some things in, and you can tuck a little something in there too if you want to. You know, if you have any little bits of ephemera. This one won't fit because I think it's too big, but you could put, you know, little bits of ephemera. It would be cute. Perfect. Now that we've finished that, we'll go ahead and find a space for it in our journal. Let's find a good spot. You could put it in the front, or we can find a little space somewhere in here. What about, will it fit into this pocket? It might be too big. I think it's going to be too big. It would fit in this pocket though. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So I think because my bug is going to be visible, I am actually going to flip him around because he's going to stick out a little bit, you guys. So let's just turn him around. You could have him peeking out as much as you want, as long as you got enough tucked in there so he's not going to fall out. And then we'll tuck this in here. And so you can see his little arm and his little head's coming out right there. So our book is getting quite thick, you'll notice. So we will need to figure out a closure for it, but I think I'll probably do some sort of a wrap here pretty soon. I've been neglecting my coffee. It's probably freezing cold. Are you guys working on anything while we hang out? Wouldn't mind adding something to the back either. I just don't know what yet. What would I want to put on there? So much ephemera, so little time. Let's see. What's this thing? Private collection. What does that say? I can't really read what it says, but a lot of these I'll have to use on a bigger book because a lot of these are just way too big for our little tiny book here. It doesn't hold that much. But there's our little tuck space that we created, that little belly band right there, so we could have a little tag hanging out as an option. Yeah. Ooh, here's a little stamp. That's cute. Let's see if that fits. Here we go, you guys. Look at that. A little stamp fits right there perfectly. And that has area on the back side to journal on. See? Perfect. Just do a little bit of stamping here before we tuck it in. We're getting to the point where this is just about done, and then all you need to do now is just actually journal in it and use it for its purpose. Right now it's all about the decorating, which is lots of fun, but it is actually a working journal, so you can use this. You know, sometimes maybe like a page like that might be just really pretty. You don't want to actually add anything to it. You can do that. You can keep it as it is. You can journal on the back of it. Right? So it's nice that we have all the options here. But I did have some pages that we didn't do anything to, that can just be journaling pages, or I can add to them later. That's a little tuck space right there for some sort of hidden something. Just put something very little would go in there, actually, nothing too crazy. Would fit. And I just love this stamp. It could even be a space that we could do a drawing on. That would be really cool to do like a black and white little sketch drawing on there. So that would be really fun. The paper's already ready for it. We've got our little tuck-in mushrooms here. This was a little secret space that we put this pretty flower in. We've got our little tag with some thread coming out, and there's another little tuck inside there, a little secret message. Okay, just do a quick little flip through. This one looks like it did get glued together, but let's see. It might just be able to be separated easily. Especially if it's just on one. Oh, I see where it is. It's right here. There we go. Hang on. There we go. It's just a little bit glued right there. So there's that paper right there. This is another little pocket. That's the midway point. You can see where the signatures are separated. And then we've got more tucks there. That one's got a couple of little journaling cards in. That's got a mushroom journaling card. Another little secret space. So journaling here and a tuck here. Okay. And then this is fun. So if you've missed this part, you guys, this butterfly opens up for a little secret space to journal on. And then on the other side, it acts as a little tuck for a journaling space. So here's another little tuck. This is one as well. This is as well. So lots of little spaces that can have little notes and things in there. I've just tucked some ephemera in. This was our little bee stamp that we used with the die cut edge, and I actually cornered it there to match what was on the back side. So just a little flip through. These are all tuck spaces. And this one, I thought I had my flowers. Was that this flower that was in there maybe? I think it was. Must have just fallen out. So that was meant to look like the little papers that would be wrapped around the flowers when you'd buy them. I don't know that they do that anymore. And we did a little collage on here with the specimens. This is a tuck space. And then we've got our little card that we made. And a little tab here, some journaling area and a tuck. And then there's the little back there. So I hope you guys have been enjoying hanging out with me and making this adorable little journal out of a Nerd's box. So I think what I'm going to do is I will film a tutorial and teach you how to build the journal. So that was already done when we started. So I will teach you how to build the journal, and then you get to go in and do what we just did and get to decorate it with the ephemera, making the little tuck spaces with the journaling, and all that jazz, okay? I'll make sure that we also put a tie in on the tutorial so that we'll have a good tie to hold our journal closed, because as you see, once you've got all these fun little things tucked in, they do start to get bulky, and that's okay. I think it looks really cute. Can make a whole bunch of these in a bookcase, you know, for different themes. So this one's kind of a nature theme. And so it's got bees, obviously my favorite, and then we've got mushrooms and floral elements to it. So I would say those are the big takeaways from this one. So, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're let know anytime I go live or have additional videos coming out. I will be going live on Thursday, you guys. So on Thursday, I go live at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we do crocheting, coffee, and chat. So I also do crocheting if this is your first time here and you're interested in that as well, then please join us anytime on Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every week. I do come back on and hang out with everybody. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for 3 hours. Oh my gosh, we got to finish our little journal here. Yes, I'm so glad you hung out, Beth. This was so much fun. It's just so much beautiful papers and things, and it makes me want to start journaling, which is what it's for, right? So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye, Kim. Bye, Beth. I'll see you guys next time.